Hey guys, welcome back. So today I want to make a video about Bitcoin Cash and why I'm so bullish on Bitcoin Cash. There's so many different reasons. I'm so bullish on the price of Bitcoin Cash. I want to talk a little bit about all this mining, the miners drama. I definitely don't agree with the approach they were trying to take, forcing all the miners into the proposal, threatening with orphaning blocks if not. I definitely don't agree with this approach. It very much goes against the philosophy of Bitcoin. I also don't like the math behind it. They were saying that BTC miners are going to pay for most of this funding. That is completely not true. The BTC miners, there's some miners that only mine BTC and never switch to other chains. Those are not paying anything. It's only SHA-256 miners that switch between the three chains. Those, yeah, I mean, indirectly, you could say they would be, you know, every time they switch to Bitcoin Cash, yeah, you could say indirectly they're paying. You know, they're forced to pay this fee. But I find it very, very risky because after every difficulty adjustment, Bitcoin Cash will forever be less profitable. After the difficulty adjustment happens, it will forever be less profitable because of this 12.5% fee on top of all the other factors that that make the difficulty adjust. For example, price fluctuations, the halving, which is around the corner. This will cause a difficulty adjustment as well. Miners coming and leaving, this makes the difficulty adjust. But on top of all the factors that are true for the three chains, there's going to be a 12.5% fee that it's taken out of the mining reward. That's going to be true only on the BCH chain and not on the others. So to me it's a little bit risky. I don't really like the math behind it. I don't really like the experiment. I think it will leave Bitcoin Cash with a very, very little hash rate. Of course, at some point, more miners will go back to mine BCH because the hash rate will be so low at that point that anyone will be able to mine it so easily. So yes, at some point during the difficulty adjustment, yes, some miners will go back, but most of the time it will be the chain that is less attractive to mine because it's the only one that's got this fee, you know, taken out of the rewards. I find it really risky. I think it would leave BCH with very, very little hash rate in the long term, and I think in the long term the hash rate of BCH will forever be going down slowly. Yeah, it would. I don't think the hash rate will stay like it is right now, equal with price. For example, if BCH price is only 3% of BTC price, the hash rate is at 3%. It always goes with price. If they put this 12.5% fee out of the block reward, I think it's not going to be proportional to the price like it is right now. I think the hash rate will go lower and it will forever be downtrending, the hash rate, compared to the other chains, because it is the only one that's got, you know, the 12.5% fee taken out of the reward. So I'm not sure if this is very clear what I'm trying to explain, but I find it very, very risky. I don't really like the math behind it. And definitely I don't like the approach, but now Bitcoin.com, they said publicly that they don't support it anymore. They want more agreement from the Bitcoin Cash community and ecosystem, so that's good news. They called it off. I'm not sure if the other big miners said anything about it. For me, to be honest, by probability, I don't think this is going to happen. I don't think miners are going to be able to pull this off. Yet, the FUD within the Bitcoin Cash community, the FUD is really, really high. It's too high compared with the probability that this is going to happen. So the probability that this is going to happen is very low, and the FUD and the negative sentiment within the Bitcoin Cash community is super high. So you guys know in this channel I talk about market sentiment a lot. I like to be a contrarian a lot, and in this case there's no fundamental basis for this much FUD, because like I said, by probability, I don't think miners are going to be able to pull this one off. If they would, I think, then I don't know if this would be good or bad for Bitcoin Cash. We would have to see how the experiment goes. I think there probably would be a split. If we are in a bull market and there was going to be a split, splits are proven to be very lucrative during bull markets. So even then, I would, for me, it never crossed my mind to sell any Bitcoin Cash. I didn't sell not one coin since we started to have all this drama. And the more I hear people whining and crying about it and spreading FUD, the more bullish I am. Like, and also the chart. The chart for Bitcoin Cash looks very, 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 very good and very, very bullish. I just made a tweet right before I started recording this video. I made a tweet. I said Bitcoin Cash above 4K this year. And I haven't checked the tweet now, but I was monitoring it for maybe the first half an hour since I tweeted it. And all I got is negative comments, negative reactions. Oh, come on, stop now. This is not you. No, hell no, this is not gonna happen. Like, I mean, it reminds me very much. Actually, today, 1 year ago, guys, today, 1 year ago, I released the 2019 HODL challenge where I bought 4 different coins. 2 of them were BTC and BCH. I'm not gonna say the other 2 because it was a paid video series that I sold. When I released it 1 year today, 1 year ago, I got very negative feedback, very little support. People saying, "Oh, you're crazy, we're going lower, we're in a bear market." The main reason I decided to do the 2019 HODL challenge at that moment is because the sentiment was so negative, and the chart, I mean, we just had capitulation. It was just after the capitulation, big pump, and then down, 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 and then several weeks consolidating at the bottom. So the sentiment was very negative, and I was trying to be a contrarian. I feel the exact same way today about Bitcoin Cash when I said Bitcoin Cash to the all-time high sometime this year, or not long ago I said Bitcoin Cash to 1K by April. I think I said something like that, sometime in the before the first half of the year. And all I get is negative reactions, like you're not being realistic, like you're a perma bull. Guys, I've been in crypto for a very long time, since 2013. I know enough like how these things move. I know they crash heavily during bear markets, and I know they pump vertically at any time when people least expect it. So when I say Bitcoin Cash $1,000 by April, or whatever month I said, I really mean it. I think as soon as Bitcoin Cash gets above 600, it's going to go directly to above 1,000, and then probably correct and consolidate at 900 or somewhere below $1,000. The same thing happened with BTC. Once it broke $6,000, I was saying that I was calling for that. I said if BTC breaks 6,000, it's gonna go parabolic, it's gonna go crazy. It's not going to stop at 6,000. 6,000 was this huge support during the bear market, and that was huge resistance on the way up. And it's where you had all the volume profile as well. And then once you break that huge resistance at that consolidation level, the price just goes wacko. And I think the exact same thing applies to Bitcoin Cash. Once Bitcoin Cash breaks above $600, it's just gonna go wacko to 1,200. And then yes, of course, it will probably have a heavy correction, consolidation, but by this point, we are already in a bull market for a year. By the time this happens, maybe a year and a half. So when I say Bitcoin Cash for $1,000, of course I don't have a crystal ball. Everything can go to zero for all I know. But when I say it, I'm not saying because I want to pump it or I want to hype it. I really mean it. I find it very, very, like, I don't know how probable, but very realistic, really, guys. I'm very bullish on the price action of Bitcoin Cash. The charts look great, and the negative sentiment makes me very bullish. So I think that's all I wanted to touch for today. Let me see, I had a little list here. yeah, that's very much all. So yep, that's all, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.